As Brazil prepares to host the Olympics in just 4 months, the nation is battling a political crisis. After Brazil's largest party, the PMDB, left the ruling coalition on Tuesday, President Dilma Roussef is trying her best to negotiate with smaller parties so that she has enough votes to prevent her impeachment.
During the process that the whole of Latin America lived through in the 60s, 70s and 80s, the form of coup was a military intervention. Now it is a form of hidden coup behind apparent democratic processes. They use bits of democracy, but not democracy as a whole.
Embattled Brazilian President Dilma Roussef is having a tough time these days. An ongoing political crisis, coupled with the country's worst recession in years, is for sure giving her sleepless nights. Roussef's popularity graph has been on a decline for almost a year now. Already grappling to improve the health of Brazil's struggling economy, multiple corruption investigation and senior politicians and officials being jailed, there is a lot to bother the government. The president is also facing multiple impeachment efforts. One of the impeachment bids is for allegedly manipulating the budget to boost public spending in order to influence the 2014 elections. Dilma Roussef denies all these allegations. The current storm of difficulties came with her appointing former President Lula da Silva as her cabinet chief of staff. Roussef claimed that the appointment was meant to make use of Lula's expertise and skills in governance. The ex-president is facing investigation for alleged links in a major corruption scandal surrounding state oil company Petrobras. In Brazil, the government ministers have special privileges against a pro-war trial. Many saw Lula's appointment as a bid to delay or prevent the trial against him. This led to massive protests in the country. The issue flared up so much that Dilma Roussef's coalition partner and the country's biggest party, Brazilian Democratic Movement Party, abandoned her and asked its minister to resign. A fresh request for impeachment of Roussef was also filed on the issue. Another impeachment plea filed by Brazil's Bar Association accuses the president of hurting the country's interests by granting FIFA a generous blanket tax exemption when it held the World Cup in Brazil. PMDB's decision has left Dilma Roussef leading a minority government, increasing the risk of being impeached. Roussef termed efforts to impeach her as a coup and vowed to continue to fight for social programs despite recession. But interestingly, Roussef's coalition party did not ask her deputy and vice president Michael Temer to quit office, who also belongs to PMDB. In case Roussef is impeached, Temer will be her successor. A number of pleas are in the queue for consideration by the Speaker of the House, Eduardo Cunha. A fierce critic of Roussef, Cunha himself is facing corruption charges related to the Petrobras case. Amid the continuing political tussle, another shocker came for the government in the form of the resignation of the sports minister just a few months ahead of Olympics. With Dilma Roussef struggling to save her presidency, her supporters have also taken to roads, calling the impeachment bids as unconstitutional.